Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome to a new session dedicated to the fascinating world of coffee. In this session, we are bringing together some of the major coffee capsules producers to discuss about the trends and the approaches to reduce the environmental impact of capsules, with a particular focus on the end-of-life handling for the different materials. I welcome again in studio with me Nicola Panzani. He is Sales Director at IMA Coffee. And then we are connected already with Mr. Simone Spataro. He is Export Sales Manager of Machiavelli. Good morning, Simone.
Good morning to you, to all.
Then we are connected with Zuhair Yahia. I hope I have pronounced that name in the correct way, otherwise you will correct me. Sales Director of Bel Mocha. Good morning, Zuhair.
Good morning. That was the correct pronunciation indeed.
Cool, thank you. And we connect with Amerigo Bergamasco. He is Sales Director of Bisio. Good morning, Amerigo.
Good morning, everybody.
So, Nicola, I know that you would like to spend some words before we start the discussion with our connected guests. So, please.
Yeah, thank you, Pietro. I would thank you for introducing our guests. And I would like to start by thanking them for participating to this virtual event. It's really important for IMA Coffee to share with our partners like them the view and the focus on sustainability. And I'm glad to highlight how those companies are working in this sector and to improve the world, let's say. And this particular roundtable or panel discussion, I believe, is also a way to clarify our strategy of IMA Coffee to be not just a simple machinery supplier, but also a consultant for our customers and to guide them in the decisions in all the aspects, and today with particular focus on sustainability. So thank you.
Thank you, Nicola. So, Amerigo, the general approach to reduce the environmental impact of coffee capsules is based on three possible ways. Well, number one, plastic recyclability. Number two, compostability. Number three, the utilization of aluminum. Which is your company's approach on that?
Hi, thank you. First of all, in name of Bisio and all Guala Group, thank you for hosting us at this incredible event. Congratulations. Coming to your question, I'll say our strategy as a group and as a Bisio is quite clear. So we are working on and we're switching to a truly sustainable packaging and a model based on a circular economy by working on a fully recyclable plastic packaging. So that's our answer. So our strategy is fully recyclable plastic packaging. Nevertheless, we know that we are all working in a model, in a world which is very fast changing. So we are expecting new guidelines from legislators, and every day new materials appears in the market, including compostable material. Therefore, we also see compostable as a natural part of our approach to reducing environmental impact for the coffee capsule business. I remind you that most of the compostable material existing can be used or processed with the normal technology used for converting and transforming plastic. So we see that as a natural part of our strategy, and Bisio is working on compostable solution as well, with limited investment due to the technology and the design of our capsule. So that's the approach at the moment. I want also to add some comment on aluminum, which is the third way that you mentioned. Of course, we are looking at the aluminum solution. At the moment, we didn't decide to invest in this technology because we personally think that from an environmental point of view, aluminum is not better than plastic at the moment. So we as a group, as a plastic supplier, we strictly decided to go to plastic recycling and compostable nowadays.
Amerigo, recyclable plastic means that this plastic has to be collected afterwards, doesn't it?
Yeah, correct. That's the major point, and this is where Visio is committed to, and we are working hardly on that, both on the design phase. The design means designing the right capsule in terms of material choice, but we are also working on operational phase, going through the whole recycling process and see where the bottlenecks are. We see opportunities there to recycle capsules as well.
Here, what is your company's approach on that? I don't know if you have heard me. Let me repeat the question. Zouahir, what is your company's approach to reduce environmental impact?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm not sure how many people know Belmoca as a company, but we're a relatively new player onto the market. And from our perspective, we've always focused actually on one material only, and that's aluminum. This is because we strongly believe that if there's a material that you support 100%, that this is something that you should give the full focus on. As in terms of sustainability, we believe that we need to be sustainable from the mining of the raw material. So all of the materials that we use is ASI certified aluminum. We're also thinking to move towards recycled aluminum as well in the near future. But I do agree that the biggest point for aluminum also comes with the recyclability at the end user. So our capsule does not use any other materials as silicon or something else. So it is 100% aluminum and recyclable. And we are working with various initiatives in order to ensure recyclability of the capsule, whether it's private initiatives like TerraCycle, for example. We're also actually a big fan of the joint cooperations between the different actors in the industry, like a JDE and a Nestle, for example, in France, which is just starting. But even with all of these efforts, the majority of the capsules will still end up in landfills. This is a reality. Therefore, our company position, we are very strong believers that we need to cooperate more in depth with the local municipalities in order to make sure that the recycling becomes as convenient as possible for the end user. I mean, single serve is one of the easiest ways to drink a cup of coffee. I think we should also make sure that the recycling is as easy as drinking that cup of coffee. And this is something that can only be achieved by having the consumer being able to put his capsule in a bin at home.
Okay, thank you very much, Zouahir. Now I'd like to hear Simone Spataro's opinion or statement about his company's approach in reducing environmental impact.
Yes, thank you. You know, Machiavelli has always been sensitive to environmental issues, and we developed eco-sustainable products already in 2007 with biodegradable capsule. And right now, we offer compostable capsules. We started with compostable capsule in 2014. So we've made a lot of work and research and development on the compostable materials, compostable compounds. So our approach is to develop and still go on with the compostable capsule. Of course, our work is guided by the market needs, and the market needs a capsule that is eco-friendly, but that works also. It has to work. So we invested, and today we can offer our own PLA-based compound for compostable capsules. It is a barrier compound. So we are on the market with these industrial compost certified capsules according to European standards. And you know, the main characteristic of the capsule has to be that has to provide an excellent oxygen barrier, and we can do that. and it has to keep its physical structure. It's not so easy to do with the compostable material. And also it has to be reliable in dispensing, because our customer wants an eco-friendly capsule, but as I said, that it works well in the dispensing phase. It can be critical with the compostable materials. So at this moment, we can provide our customers with this kind of reliable product. And of course, we are working on different kind of formats for these compostable materials. And what we can offer is, first of all, a capsule for the Nespresso system. Maybe we have a picture for that. This capsule is new on the market, but is already on the market. So this is the last result of our research and development on the compostable materials. The capsule, of course, is already on the market, available in the different range of colors. It is OK Compost certified. So this is what we're working on, industrial compost capsule. Also, the Modo Mio system, we have a compostable capsule for the Modo Mio system with barrier and without barrier. In Italy, some roasters really like to work with not barrier capsule. We can offer also that. So as you see, we really go on with different systems with the compostable. We are working also on the Dolce Gusto system. Dolce Gusto is a really difficult capsule to produce, and the compostable Dolce Gusto capsule will be ready in the second half of 2020. As a capsule manufacturer, of course, we believe we must be able to meet the demand of our customers who may have different approaches on environmental impact issues. So we must be able to offer different solutions, not only compostable. We already have capsule and recyclable plastic in production. We are studying the aluminum solution also. Is not our main focus. It's never been our main focus, but we understand the demand of the market. We are studying also the real potential of the market on large numbers for the aluminum. So this is our approach, mainly on compostable materials.
Thank you very much, Simone. Zuhair, how can you or how could you ensure that your aluminum capsules get effectively recycled and do not just end up on landfills?
Yes, this is what I addressed before as well. I think there is a joint responsibility of everyone. I mean, of course, as a manufacturer of capsules, there is, of course, part of the responsibility there. But it also has to do with the retailer and with the end consumer. I mean, there needs to be some willingness from the end consumer as well in order to recycle the capsules. The best way for us, in our vision, is, and I will go even as far as say we are even a fan to put a tax on the aluminum capsule, government-wise, in order to make sure the recycling can be guaranteed from towards the consumer in terms of picking up the capsules at home, recycling them, etc., etc. I mean, we are a big fan of such a tax on the capsule, provided that this leads to the fact that capsules will not end up in landfills. But we can do a lot of initiatives between manufacturers and between packers and some other private initiatives. However, the true impact will only be there if there is a local or a governmental solution to that as well. I think that's when you will see the highest effect on the impact of capsules not ending up in landfills.
Okay, thank you very much. Amerigo, how can capsules still containing coffee be recycled? Are there any methods currently available or under evaluation?
Well, I will answer to your question in a very theoretical way. So depending on the country and depending on the sorting facility, so in terms of the recycling process, the capsule can be recycled. I think we should go through the whole process. At least this is what Bisio is doing. is not working only on a design phase, as I mentioned before, where the capsule has to be recyclable from a design point of view. But we went through a close collaboration with suppliers, with customers, with research institute, with recycle plants as well. We went to, and we are going through the whole process to see where the main issues are. The first consideration we should do is, first of all, we will need a clear indication of what collection system will be selected for the capsules, because today there are not collection system allowed to accept capsule at the moment. We know there are many collection systems in place. There is a traditional, if you think the German case, for example, is the famous yellow bin, where you can put metal, plastic, composite material, but then you have return collection system and buyback the collection system. So as a Bijou, we made an assumption and say, let's assume that the capsule can go into the famous yellow bin, so the traditional collection system. So the material has been collected and then sent to the sorting plant. And here we see the major issues, because most of the, let me say, municipal recycling plants have, well, for who doesn't know, so the first step in sorting is a kind of mechanical sorting. So the all waste will be sorted by, the first sorting will be by size. So everything which is smaller than a certain size will be not sent to the recycling plant. And here we have the major issue at the moment, because the filtering mesh is set around 4 centimeters. And you understand that with this dimension, a coffee capsule can easily be discharged instead of being sent to the recycling plant. But we see, and we are working with some more and more recycling plants where this limit has been set down to 2 centimeters, which could be acceptable for the dimension of the capsules. So that's the first issue we should solve. So make it feasible in terms of technology. And the second bottleneck we see is once the mechanical sorting has been done, then the waste material is sent to the recognition device, which is typically a near-infrared system, which select material based on properties and characteristics, so polyethylene, polypropylene, and whatever. And here we did some tests, and the capsule itself can be recognized by this system, but we can have some failures in the recognition system. That's why we are also approaching and participating to other major projects which foresee what we call a digital passport for the packaging in general, and which can be applied also for capsule. A digital passport, you can imagine something that's, say, printed on a label or printed on a top lid saying, oh, this is a capsule or post-consumer capsule, or this is a food post-consumer packaging. It is made of polypropylene, made of PET or whatever. So we see opportunity to source the capsule, and then what we have seen and what we have been told, once the capsule has been properly sorted, can be recycled, and the residual part of coffee inside the capsule won't be a problem. So it will be washed out. So to be more synthetic, so first we need a clear indication from legislation where to put the post-consumer capsule. But we need, in order to take this decision, to provide that all the operational steps are okay for recycling capsule. And again, we are very, very close to solve the issue in terms of operational level, and then we need to back to the authority and say, okay, the capsule is ready to be accepted.
Okay, thank you very much, Amerigo. Now I'd like each of my guests to tell us, maybe with 1 or 2 words, which is the material with the smallest impact on our environment, giving or assuming that all these materials get the proper end-of-life treatment. So Simone Spataro first. What is the material with the lowest impact? Your opinion?
I think that, in my opinion, the compostable material can take advantage of end-of-life procedures with the lowest environmental impact. Let's think about the relevance of the raw material. When the raw material comes from renewable sources, there is more availability, and with more availability, also more actors can take part in satisfying the demand.
Simone, I have to interrupt you. I asked you for a very short answer, and so you say compostable materials, right?
That's it, yes.
Okay, okay. Next one, Zuhair Yahia. Which one is the material with the lowest impact?
Well, it's of course a bit of a biased question, but according to us, if you take into account the full recyclability, then we believe aluminum provides the best end-of-life recyclability. This was also proven by Quantis, which is a Swiss company who did the study for Nespresso and some other companies, proving if it is fully recycled, then this provides a better end-of-life recyclability than a compostable or a plastic capsule, taking the whole chain into account.
Okay, and last but not least, Amerigo, what's your opinion on that?
Well, what should I say? Plastic. It's clear. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much to my connected guests, Amerigo, Simone, and Zuhair, and of course, a big thank you goes to my studio guest, Nicola. Thank you guys for being with us. Dear viewers, this session ends here, and I'm looking forward to welcoming you all in the next session that starts in a couple of minutes. See you then.